got some mono white Hatebears and Jeskai Nahiri, eh?
Exactly. It's nice to see you here, man.
So, I don't really know much about this matchup, but I think it might favor the Hatebears actually.
It's quite possible if he has like the Linden and Arbor and possible like Ghost Quarters and Tech Edge start.
I really,
It'd be pretty easy to keep Tim out of the game.
yeah, that's true. I really hope he's playing the new 3-drop Thalia.
Yeah.
That card is a bomb.
Yeah, it's pretty bananas.
Especially against a 3-color deck, all your lands come into play tapped.
Yeah, but it'll probably just eat a bolt.
Yeah, well. Something has to eat a bolt in this matchup. See what we've got going on here. Looks like Travis may have an acceptable hand.
Looks like there's lands and creatures.
That's everything's mono white Hatebears.
It looks like Tim has the Emrakul in hand.
Ooh, that's a little awkward, but Jeskai discards.
17.
Going for a turn 1 Ancestral Visions?
Yeah. I can imagine.
Lands and spells, lands and spells.
Oh, no, sorry. I'm just going to enter untapped and then tapping it for blue.
He did say 17.
He did.
Spend.
Looks like a turn 1 Aether Vial here from Travis.
Both off for their optimal turn 1 plays here.
But Travis does look to have 2 Aether Vials and like 3 lands in hand.
Yep.
And Travis is playing the best planes.
I do not see any Portal 3 Kingdoms planes on the field, or any APAC, or Guru,
I
or
know.
Summer.
I know, he's playing the best one, not the like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th best ones.
Yep.
It's all about that brown border.
Debatable.
All about the brown. Now that's an atrocity. Mix max.
Agreeable.
Mismatching your lands. Though a turn 2 Thalia after a turn 1 Aether Vial.
It looks like it'll just eat a spell snare here.
Okay.
I would have been more tempted to put it into play and wait a turn. Put out a possible another creature, maybe even the 2nd Aether Vial.
Yeah.
Get that started.
Absolutely.
Keep it on like 2 or 3 and put the other one up at like maybe 3 or 4.
Probably
Whatever's needed.
Some horrible glare there.
Yeah, everything a little bit got brightened up. I can see things pretty good, but I don't know about the viewers. It is.
It's all Scott's fault. Huh? Still casting spells.
Said just. Yeah. Okay. I was just okay. Just want to make sure nothing was crazy was happening.
Looks like Tim may be on the Nahiri here.
Does have the main board timer reinforcements. Gain 6 life, get 3 creatures.
Yeah, seems fine here.
None of which can trade with the 3/1 flyer.
Yeah. I'm really surprised that or Travis rather, is just casting his creatures instead of taking advantage of his Aether Vial.
But he was keeping up another Flicker Wisp in hand. With the Aether Vial.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, go to corner.
Is he going to finally play the 2nd Aether Vial?
I feel like you should.
What is he doing here?
Maybe he doesn't know he has an Aether Vial.
Just forgot about it even though he's taking it up?
Yeah.
It's a little curious.
Yes.
When I say a little curious, I mean, what the heck is he doing?
Yeah, Mirror Crusade is probably good in some matchups, but I don't believe this is one of them.
Yeah, its 2 pro colors seem to be lacking from the other side of the board.
Yeah. It's red, white, blue. It's black, green.
Doesn't seem to mix well here.
I feel like here you probably just play the Nahiri, exile the 3/1 pass.
Well, you said he had another Flicker Wisp in hand?
Yeah, but like he doesn't know about that. Like the Flicker, like this Aether Vial hasn't done anything all game, and like last turn it was on 3 and he didn't play anything, so I don't think Tim might not know.
Yeah, but he probably realizes when Travis is casting a 3-drop instead of activating Aether Vial, probably means he has another 3-drop.
Yeah, but then we can't get as mad at him as we are. See, this is I feel like this is a pretty good play here. Keeping his 2/2 that dies to everything else alive for now.
Tim can definitely get in here for some damage if he'd like.
But it's only 3.
Probably only attack for 2, honestly. You want to leave a blocker for the Mirror Crusader?
Mm-hmm. He doesn't have a bolt in hand, so if he had a Thalia this game, it would be pretty good. Could save it with the Flicker Wisp. Looks like he might have a Blade Splicer in hand. He decides now to play the Aether Vial. Swings in for 7-11, just takes 1 block, falls down to 14. Looks like he'll say go. The only deck I can think offhand that Mirror Crusader would be good against is Belfi's Green Black Rock deck, because even against Jund they have like Lightning Bolt. Now
Yeah,
just
they
get rid
only
of-
have Lightning Bolt, though.
Yeah, it's only Lightning Bolt, but it's one of the bigger cards.
Yeah, but it has protection from everything else in the deck.
Yeah, it'd still be good there.
Like, you have to have Lightning Bolt to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Attacks through Goyf. Doesn't care about Terminate. Doesn't care about Abrupt Decay. Seems fine.
It still dies to Liliana.
Only if it's the only creature on the board.
But yeah, it is Jund, so it's pretty easy to kill all the other creatures with all your other removal spells that can't kill the Mirror Crusader.
Just saying, mono white Hatebears, they have plenty of dudes.
Mm-hmm. Earthquake.
Shake, shake. Let's see what Tim has got in mind here. We're gonna be facing down Nahiri here soon.
Maybe an Emrakul in the coming turns.
I don't think he can really get away with casting the Nahiri because, I don't know, well, I guess the Flicker Wisp would only put it down to 1. No, it goes down to 2 if he minuses, doesn't it?
Yep, and then it would die.
Yeah, so he has to deal with the Flicker Wisps before he can really cast the Nahiri without losing it.
Mm-hmm.
Still goes for it.
Leaves up 1 blue. Now representing Bolt, representing like a Spell Snare or maybe possibly a Dispel.
Triggers.
Yeah. So the draw happens before. Yeah.
That sounds right.
Now he gets in for 1. May as well get some use out of these soldier tokens.
Nope.
Blade Splicer.
It looks like he
Blah.
gets in for 0.
Nom nom nom.
Blade Splicer. Pretty good card.
Acceptable. Acceptable.
4 power for a 3/3 and a 1/1. With the 3/3 as first strike, only if the 1/1 lives. I feel like it's a pretty well round card.
Judging from the board state, it doesn't look like he blocked it.
Well, that's pretty interesting.
In which case, Travis is at 19.
Yeah.
I'll block the Crusader
I just swing in with the 1/1 here.
and take 3, and then here it is.
Hope that one card was good.
Hmm.
Hope that loot was good.
Yeah, I'm curious why he didn't swing in with the 1/1 here. Because if he blocks it and trades, he gets in 4 extra damage, and if he doesn't, he still has a 1. He does 1 damage.
Yeah.
It's very low risk, low reward. There's not many other creatures that a 3/3 would be scared to trade with.
Yeah, it definitely feels like Tim is on the back foot here, and all those counter spells in his hand just aren't doing much good.
Mm-hmm. Much prefer like
You got it. Sorry, I was just doing
it looks like Travis had another Aether Vial in hand, but Tim having the counter spells, but not the Wrath effect.
Need more removal, less counter spells. That's one problem I've always noticed with Jeskai. Sometimes you'll have the counterspell half your deck, the other time you'll have the removal half your deck.
Yep.
And sometimes it's against the decks that you don't want that half against.
Yeah, in this game he only saw one lightning helix, not even a bolt or a path.
Yeah.
Wait, he saw a bolt, didn't he? How did he get rid of the... no, he spell snared the Thalia.
Yeah. And the Flicker Wisp prevented the one helix, so...
Mm-hmm. No life gain, no dead creatures.
Definitely felt like Tim was on the back foot pretty much the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
See how much sideboard options he's
We
got
should
here.
see some like white-blue Hatebears here, some spell quellers.
Just play blue-white flash. You got
Mhm.
all the spells for it.
Yeah.
Got all the creatures for it.
Play some Geist, some Restos, some Snapcasters. I'm curious whether Hefner's list will like maybe have like one or two of those in there, since he's like he's playing basically like a blue-white like flash deck with Vanilla and Click and Resto and Geist, Snapcaster. It's just another tempo card.
I could probably get behind that. Like, Spell Queller is a vicious card.
Mm-hmm. Very well costed. 2/3 body with flying.
Yeah.
It's really good with Restoration Angel because it makes it so you're okay
If you have
with
seven, well, if you have 7 mana, you can also permanently exile things, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But it's really good because you can just attack, like you can just play it to, like if they see that you have the mana open and they just choose to play nothing, you can just slam it and then untap, and then if they cast a spell, then you can have like a Restoration Angel or something, flicker it and then do it again, like Kevin Jones did did to me with an Essence Flux this weekend. He collected company to put a spell core on the battlefield with no spells on the stack. And then later in the game, like maybe a turn or two later, he Essence Fluxes it, gives it a +1/+1 counter, and then like takes one of the spell I was trying to cast.
Definitely seems solid. It seems a lot better with Restoration Angel, though.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to play like a slightly more limited version of Cloud Shift.
Play Cloud Shift. Play Chromas in the deck. No, Blue-White Flash might actually be legitimate with Spell Queller.
Mm-hmm.
Play some sort of Feast and Famines in there or something. That way you can,
Untap pretty easily.
well, figure you can tap out for the sword once you have a fly. Like, you flash in a flyer, EOT, equip up, beat, untap.
Keep up your counters and your other flash creatures.
Yeah, you just never tap out.
Just play like 4 remands, play other cards. Just a bunch of tempo swings.
Well, you play the remands, you play Mana Leaks, Cryptic Command, Spell Snare.
Mm-hmm.
Got Past Exiles, of course.
Then you get your Snapcasters, then your maybe your Geists.
I won't play Geist. Geist is just, it's blocked by every creature in the format.
But it makes your if they're not casting creatures for your remands and stuff like that, it makes it good. And then your spell quellers. It's also pretty good with Restoration Angel, getting that 4 damage.
The problem is, it doesn't fly, doesn't have flash, and it costs 3 mana. There are many other things I'd rather be doing on that slot. Just, it's not what I want to be doing in Modern right now.
Yeah, I'm 2-1. Two what? 2 and a draw. 2 and a draw. So essentially the same thing.
Awkward for Hatebears to pick up a draw.
Mm-hmm.
More than 3-1. I don't even know.
Watched it last round. He was playing against like an Esper Tokensy deck.
I just know that draws are almost always the same as the loss. Not really. Yeah, that's why it sucks, because like you kind of just both lose. Yeah.
Not really. Like, you pick up a match point, which is strictly better than a loss, but
Mm-hmm.
admittedly, the biggest problem with picking up a draw is usually the bracket you end up in, at least at larger tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you have to play all the slow, dirtily decks. You're just not going to have fun for the rest of the day.
Looks like Tim brought in a Stony Silence for his Aether Vials.
Interesting. It might be a little ambitious, but what happens if Travis just doesn't have Aether Vial?
Nope, looks like he has it this game, so.
Not a completely wasted board spot then.
Or
It
even
also
a
has an
hand slot.
Anger, it looks like.
Anger should look like it'll round up to be a good card. just wrath the board pretty easily if he has both red sources, which he looks like he's double flooded strand, so
Yeah.
very castable.
Choosing to wait on the Stony Silence a turn at least.
Yeah, it's not like he's gonna flash in a 0-drop here and get you.
Yeah.
Get that Ornithopter on the field. Maybe a Mem Knight. Maybe a Kobold. Maybe a Wisp.
Top bottom.
Go ahead.
I think he kept the red spell on top and the island on the bottom.
You should tell your brother to message me about those Portal 3 Kingdoms lands.
Core Firewalker out of Travis here on turn 2.
I need those, man.
You and your awful white border lands. If you're going to play white border lands, at least play good ones like revised lands.
Portal 3 Kingdoms lands are pretty good.
I guess they're acceptable. I personally would play with 8th edition white border before I'd play with Portal 3 Kingdoms, but that's just
Portal 3 Kingdoms are pretty good. Kevin Jones said they were pretty good at the SCG this weekend.
just name dropping, trying to make your choice legitimate.
Honestly.
Definitely feels like Travis is favored here, especially with the Core Firewalker on the board. Tim probably doesn't have many things that deals with that effectively.
Maybe like Path to Exile.
Yeah, pretty much that's it. Does get the Dryad Militant in before the Stony Silence comes down, though.
Mm-hmm. No.
Wait a minute. I went. No, wait. Oh, sorry. I forgot to play land. Yeah. Yeah, you can still. Yeah.
I don't see
okay.
one.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I care enough.
Does he have
No,
another
I
Dry
said I'm not
Militant?
sure
Is
I
that the
care.
top card?
Yeah, your turn.
It's a Flicker Wisp in hand. And then he looks like he drew a Blade Splicer. Attacks for a 3?
4.
Or 4?
Yeah.
It's a 2/2. No, I mean the Firewalker.
Yeah. And then now it comes down with Athalia.
Yeah, it looks like it'll probably just get Ian maybe next turn by the Anger the Gods in his hand.
Yeah. Well, Tim will definitely have to play another land to...
Yeah, he has an island in hand.
Okay.
Yeah, that's from last game. That's
Okay, so it looks like it's currently 14 to 20. Double fetch plus 4 damage and...
Mm-hmm. The Firewalker does die to the Anger of the Gods, doesn't it?
It has a protection from red, so it doesn't take damage.
Okay. I was just curious because
He has Wrath of God, so it doesn't matter.
he can't cast that.
It doesn't not have the mana to cast it with Thalia on the board.
I
I
can
repeat, does not have the mana to cast that with Thalia on the board.
Yeah, Thalia is in fact a card.
Oh, you're right. So,
Just untap and instead of take back that and play your Anger of the Gods. It's kind of silly.
thanks, man. I didn't even catch that. Yeah, good call.
You're able to take up file.
Oh, I am. Okay. I'm going to.
Yeah.
The
Firewalker lives.
Red.
And the spell gets exiled. Anger of the Gods does get exiled. I think that's pretty relevant with,
Snapcasters, yep.
yeah, definitely.
Linden and Arbor here. Looks like it's a little late, but still can do things. Still casting it in front of trying to make sure that Tim will cast that Wrath of God earlier.
Yeah. Tim will just have to make sure to say something if he tries to flash back the Anger of the Gods or shuffle it back in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Anger is exile? Yep. Oh, nice.
Nice.
What does Dried Militant say? Cool. Thank you.
Just tapped his lands, played nothing.
Yeah, I was kind of curious too. I thought Travis had something, but
Looks like he has creatures in hand. He has a Blades Placer and everything.
Looks like he only has two
Only two
two
lands.
lands. Yeah.
Go to 9.
Looks like Tim with his double wrath here might be far enough ahead.
Yeah, Double Wrath's pretty good against the mono creature deck, especially when they can't even flash in things into turn.
Yeah. Stony Silence is definitely pulling its weight here.
Mm-hmm.
Activate, swing. Do the 17. 3-1. Okay.
Sweet.
See you guys. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna. Sorry, suspend.
Gets in for 4 and suspends.
Yep, seems pretty good. Puts Travis down to 17.
Travis just immediately passes back without even untapping his lands.
Swing 4. Go ahead.
I think he's pretty disheartened at this point.
It looks like he drew another Mirren Crusader.
Bummer. Yeah.
Bummer.
4.
How many cards does Travis have in hand? Gotta be getting close to 8, right?
Possibly.
Yep.
See whether or not Tim is going to try and race here or start getting a little more defensive.
Like I'm pretty sure he loses this race.
Oh yeah.
So Travis goes to 9. He's gonna swing back 4.
Yeah. Putting Tim to 5.
Plays another creature he has in hand since his hand's pretty full.
Yeah.
If he gets a Ghost Quarter, that's pretty.
Yeah, I know. I saw you looking at it. Yeah. Oh, it's your turn. Sorry.
That plains though.
Some of them upside down, some of them upside right. It doesn't matter. What's the card they just drew?
Looks like a Path Exile. Ooh,
Oh,
this is
very nice.
This is a very good play from Travis here.
Unfortunately, it's at end of turn that comes back.
Yeah,
Our life totals are at 5 and 5.
5 and 5. Okay, then it looks like he's. I don't think Travis is dead.
The next end step. Okay, sorry, my bad. That's
So
totally
I don't think Travis is dead because we know Tim has a Bolt in hand, but I don't think he has enough lands to.
No, he does because he,
No, I mean because like he has the Flicker with second block.
I'm gonna.
he has the Anger of the Gods.
Snap bolt.
Oh, Bolt Snap
Yeah,
Bolt. Okay.
that works.
My bad.
Just took Travis a little too long to hit the third land there.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Yeah.
I forgot. I thought Flicker was the same reading as Restoration Angel.
Yeah, if you had full snap bolt, it didn't matter.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Unfortunately.
See if he remembers his Flicker Wisp on the center of the battlefield here.
Mm-hmm.
So, you think Travis will be boarding out some number of his Aether Vials just to punish the Stony Silence?
It's possible. I feel like just like Aether Vial is such a good card. If he doesn't have it, it could be worth it. Like it'd be different if he knew that like Tim had like 3 of them or something, which would be a little bit outrageous. But since there's probably only like 1 or 2 of.
I don't know. I might hedge my bets and board 1 out and leave 3 in the main. But I don't think it hurts boarding 1 out, especially if you have something relevant in your sideboard.
Mm-hmm.
Both thinking long and hard here on their mid-match sideboarding.
Mm-hmm. Making sure they get the optimal cards in and the bad cards out. There's dirt on the background. Now shuffle, 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 and let's hope that I bet Travis is hoping that he doesn't see double wrath again.
Yeah, especially turn 3, turn 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle.
The most fun about Magic is the shuffling. That is why we all come and do it.
Yeah, right? That's why I play almost exclusively Eternal formats, all the fetch lands.
Yep.
You'll be going first, I assume.
That's why we need new fetch lands, so I can play my greedy mana-based decks and shuffle a lot.
So, question. If they printed a fetch land that fetched 3 basic types, but came into the battlefield tapped, would you play it?
Possibly in a like 3-color deck, but I'd probably play it in standard no matter what.
Well, obviously in standard.
Does it still take a damage to crack it?
Yeah.
It's possible in the more controlling decks that need all their colors. Looks like Tim is breaking the stream setup. Now we will politely ask him to leave, yet firmly.
Quietly but firmly.
Yep.
You have plenty of time in the round, so.
I want to see that go flying out of his hands
Yeah.
and possibly hit the computers right next to him.
Nah. I wouldn't wish that.
So remember the SCG this weekend, and up there there's like the second level.
Yeah.
There was like some guy dangling off of that for like a split second. I was like, I want to see him fall, but just to see him fall, I don't want to get hurt, but I just want to see, just like, and just like hit the board, hit the table. Magic players, but like nobody gets hurt
But nobody gets hurt.
miraculously.
Oh, sorry. You're doing something. 18.
I do not think that is morbid at all, but
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Bottom top, it looks like, for Tim here.
looks like we already have our 2 lands. Hopefully our 3rd. Thalia is a good play.
Gonna make him spend 2
triple
mana
bolt.
here.
Triple bolt.
Yeah. Definitely gonna be hard for
It does-
Travis to keep anything on the board.
Yeah, it does stop Tim from playing like Bolt and just getting the Ancestral going. So it's pretty good. Plays one of his 2 Linden and Arbors in hand. Looks like Tim only has 3 lands in hand, but all 3 colors he's going to be able to get from this. So he has another Bolt and another Bolt and a Path Exile. Looks like he has a very removal spells heavy hand.
Yeah. Definitely looks like he's set up to fight Travis's deck here.
Mm-hmm.
Question is, does Travis have 2 2-drops
actually,
here? No?
Yep, there we go. In response, cracks. That card's a lot better when in Violet and
Oh yeah, significantly.
17.
Counter your fetch land.
yep. Stifle.
It's kind of like mana leak your fetch land.
Mm-hmm. Firm yet fair. So he's like,
I don't know
remo-
about fair,
which
but
removal spell do I want to use here?
he is admittedly running out of them. He only has 4 cards left in hand.
Yeah, but he has a Ancestral Visions on 4. Shouldn't it be on 3?
He forgot the trigger.
Oof.
People forgetting the
people
Ancestral Visions.
People do that too much.
It's playing a little too fast, I think, to remember it.
He does have 22 minutes, so...
Yeah.
And an Elspeth in hand, and Elspeth's a pretty good card at clearing. It says go instantly.
I disagree with that. Definitely could have played a Flicker Wisp and flickered out one of the tokens.
Definitely.
Just get a beater on board. He's definitely going to need something when the Elspeth comes down in a turn
Maybe
or
he has like
two.
a flash play here? I don't know
don't
what he
think
could
so.
play. Maybe like a Restoration Angel?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about
Whoa.
Yeah,
See,
it does
restoration.
have the
angle.
resto. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Whoa. It looks like Tim was in the zone. Looks like he has Path and Elspeth in hand.
Yes, I'm at 23. He's at 17.
Yep. I wish Flicker was fed Flash. That's I used to think it did because it always came into play on other people's turns. Looks like Travis is sneakily trying to cheat
22.
Just dropped his hand in his lap.
with his deck.
Have to review the footage here.
You clearly see that he does put 3 additional cards into his hand.
I don't
We have the next Bertuccini on our home turf here. Even though Bertuccini is in fact a nice guy.
He's a fun guy. Have done quite a few number of money drafts with him, actually.
Which is also frowned upon.
Well, money is money. Drafts are drafts.
That is a, what's the word? Fact? Factual statements are facts.
What can I say? I try and...
Looks like Tim's gonna slam a Elspeth Suns champion here, and the game's gonna get a little bit out of hand for Travis. Unless he has a Dreadbore.
Yeah, that Elspeth is going to just dominate this game from this point forward.
So I was watching Tim, and Tim had Tim earlier. He was playing against Dirtle, and Tim had on board a Elspeth Suns champion and a Nahiri, and Bill was just chanting for the Dreadbore, snap Dreadbore. It's pretty amusing. I do frown upon that we have different tokens here because these soldiers are varying from ethnicity to planes. We have some from Theros, some from M10.
See, Jack? Yeah, I'll single.
We have that one weird one from the one Squire.
So interestingly, if Travis wants to, he can actually reset Elspeth using Flicker Wisp right before it's going to ultimate. So
Be a pretty good play. But that will take him 2 more turns and 6 more tokens.
yeah. Well, honestly, he should have already cast the Flicker Wisp just to get a flying attacker in there to try and deal with the Elspeth.
5.
Yep.
Especially now that Tim is out of removal in hand. Or was before this Ancestral goes off next turn.
Does Core Firewalker have like first strike or something?
No.
Oh, it's a 2-2, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I always think it's a 2-1 or like a 1-1.
No, it's better than that.
Yeah. Jump block both.
Chump block of both. Yeah, I don't like this play nearly as much as flickering the Elspeth, putting it back down to 5.
Agreed.
You gain 2 life, but 2 life is not the largest in the long run. So he's gonna snap path something.
I think Bolt.
Well, Bolt gives him a life. Looks like he's choosing the path. He chooses not to get a land.
Drop return.
I wonder if that was in response to the Flicker Wisp. Because it looks like Travis did gain 2 life. I wonder if Tim just doesn't care at this point because he thinks he's so ahead of the game.
Yeah, he is pretty far ahead here, but that's what Elspeth does. Clogs up the board.
Swing for a bunch. This is looking like what she wrote here.
I don't think Travis can come back from this Elspeth.
Cataclysm.
Right?
Yep, that looks like that was game.
Yeah, that Elspeth really.
That's all, folks. We'll see you next week.
Elspeth Suns champion. A card.
A brutal one.
You take 6. The painful truths are extremely painful for you. And these stupid scions are protecting me from Liliana.
Did you have it? 10?
Actual stone rain? What are you doing? This is the situation. This is fine.